yes, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic. Got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my first episode of the Boss Up with Me Girl Talk edition. I am super excited to be introducing this new show here on YouTube, provided to you by yours truly, Neecee Lexy. As I have been promoting and I've been mentioning in my previous video that I'm going to be dedicating a whole new segment on Fridays just to talk about business, talk about mindset, talk about goal setting, talk about anything that has to do with business, sharing with you guys all my personal experience and how I started some of my companies, and obviously some things succeeded, some things failed, and how you can be able to prevent yourself from going through the same experience as I do, especially if you're new and starting in the entrepreneurship journey. It's going to be a long ride. So this channel is going to be dedicated to that because being in the business industry is more for me. It was initially wasn't a hobby that turned into an actual business, and now I am here doing a lot of marketing promotion for brands both in Canada and the United States, and just basically throughout my experience and just basically finding that I was lacking the knowledge of marketing. And that's why I went to school to get that knowledge of marketing. And then now I am actually working as a full-time digital strategist. But I also here opened my whole digital agency online to also help those are coming up into the game, on those young entrepreneurs and aspire entrepreneurs that wanted to learn how to do marketing by themselves. So without further ado, today's title, as the topic mentioned, is going to be about the benefit of networking. Okay, if you're new here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can stay up to date with my video. I drop weekly video here on Boss Up with Me Girl Talk edition, as well as I do also live interview with entrepreneurs from around the globe. As an entrepreneur, it's very essential for you to be able to network with others, to be able to understand how you can effectively network to improve your business connections, to improve your overall journey as an entrepreneur. For me, I understood that very, very early on. When I first started as an entrepreneur, that was probably early 2013, 2014. So because I was a model, so I was around a lot of people, and around I go to almost every month. There is a show happening in town. There's a fashion week happening. There's a networking event going on. So I was constantly putting myself out there by going to these events and attending these fashion shows where I'll be able to network with other designers, network with other like-minded individuals, just kind of basically getting to know the things that they do and also getting to know how they run their businesses. But for me, I was not interested in becoming a supermodel. Even though I was a model, I wasn't interested in becoming a supermodel. I wanted to become my own business owner. I wanted to own my own clothing line, and I wanted to be able to run things. So being in these spaces kind of gave me the confidence and gave me the platform to be able to network. But at the same time, when I figured that, you know what, in order for me to take my experience being within the fashion industry as a business, I need to be able to know how business are run, because I don't have a business background. So I started going on Google, searching Toronto seminars for business, searching things about networking events that is happening around for entrepreneurs around the town. And because of that, I was able to meet a lot of entrepreneurs in the city, but also I got to have my very first mentor who introduced me to a lot of other like-minded individuals within the city. And then I also got to be in close connections with accelerators, hubs, and basically different other programs that were established in the city for young entrepreneurs, the people that have ideas or people that have basically business that they wanted to be able to establish. So going into these networking event is very, very crucial for you, and is very important for you as an entrepreneur, especially if you want to be able to succeed. For me, I never actually went and advertised about, hey, this is my service, come get me. No, through the networking, through the fact that people know me word of mouth, I was able to land my first client because somebody else saw the work that I do. And then from there, they're able to talk to their friends and family and kind of like sharing with the network. And that's how I was able to kind of get more clients just by them seeing my work and seeing that I share a lot of my content on social media. And I'm going to be talking about social media benefit in your business later on. But today, I just want to focus specifically on the networking and why networking is super, super crucial and super important for you as an entrepreneur, especially if you're just coming in or if you're an established person and you want to continue scaling your business, why networking is important. The first thing first is that there are biggest advantage for networking because networking as a business owner or as an entrepreneur, it helps to be able to share ideas, talk to people, meet people, get fresh ideas. Sometimes you would meet somebody who is in the same industry or somebody who's in a different industry, but because they have experience by doing something that you wanted to do, you can be able to kind of discuss ideas and bounce it, and they'll be able to give you a new perspective that you never even thought about it. And sometimes you'll be able to also help you raise your portfolio because if you're going to be developing a personal brand online or you're going to be developing personal branding for your business, through that networking, this is how other people get to see you, how people get to know about your brand or know about what exactly that you're doing. It also gives you an advance in your career. Even if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, networking sometimes even helps you get the right job or get to the right door and helps you get to the right industry that you're interested in. Maybe you're thinking of switching from career to a different career as a whole. So by networking, you get to meet people from that specific career that you're interested in going to and talk about what are some of the benefits that they have in that career, what some educational courses that you could take, by you just kind of basically discussing your interest in that specific field and networking with people that are already there. You're basically a step ahead by doing your homework through the networking. So there's a lot of advantage of networking, not only for business owner, not only for entrepreneurs, but for also individuals that are thinking of switching career or even getting a job or something like that. Maybe you're a student kind of currently graduating from university or graduating from college and you want to be able to kind of get ahead start with your career. So networking also does help you with that, and it helps you to gain more knowledge in the industry that you're going into, and helps you to also get like career advice or support in case other people that have an opening in their company, they'll be able to be like, hey, yeah, I know you, my company is hiring, come through, I can take you in the resume, I can talk to my so-and-so boss. It's all networking, it's all in the arm of the networking. That is why it's very important for you. And as I told you earlier, I never actually went out and looked for client come to me as a result of networking. So that's how powerful networking is. And tips that helps you to become better in networking, obviously you get to meet people from different industry, different background, different mindset, different professions. And you also get to leverage your social media network connections. If you're really good at that, this is something I can also cover in a later topic. And you don't want to just also come to people, hey, I want a job. No, through networking, if I know your skills and I know that you're good at something and I know that so-and-so is looking for that specific individual with that specific skills, I can come to you and be like, hey, one of my colleagues, they're looking for this type of person and I know you're good at it. Would you be interested? And this is all part of networking because now you're in a community or you're surrounded by people that have opportunities around you. Networking will be able to get you there. So you're probably wondering, like, how do you even actually start networking? What are some steps that you can take to network? Right nowadays, because of the day and age of the digital and social media opportunities, you'll be able to kind of basically networking at your convenience, even from home. You don't necessarily have to go in person. Before the pandemic, I would go physically in different settings, in events and things like that, and network. It was even harder for me because I'm a shy person. And in order for me to be able to kind of come into spaces where I know I'm feeling like shy around it, so I have to kind of like, make myself be like, hey, this month I need to at least make 2 connections and I need to go to 3 events. So if I go to that event, at least I want to walk away with 1% business card and have a genuine connection with that person. I don't need to meet the entire room, okay? You're not going to meet the entire town of your city. You just want to meet one person that would make a huge impact for your networking skill. So you go into there, you go to this event, you find somebody that you're interested in, you start talking to them, you exchange contact, exchange information. Before you know it, that person also have another event that's happening in the city. They're also going to be inviting you to the next event. And that's how I was able to kind of do my networking through that. There was young Toronto entrepreneurs group that was happening back when I first started networking. So that was the initial group that I used to go to the network in the library. They will do seminars there. They will bring different speakers and we will talk to them. And then from there, I also got to know about different entrepreneurs accelerator program that they're happening in the city. And I went into that as well. Then I went to my school. So university was having their own accelerator. I went into that one as well. A college around my neighborhood was also doing another different accelerator program. I also joined those. So it's all about just kind of making sure that you're able to kind of capture different places. Don't stick to one. It's about not putting your egg in one basket and how you be able to kind of be strategic with your networking. Obviously, you don't have to go to every single event, but you don't have to put all your effort in one event, if that makes sense to you. Another thing you can also be always ready to pitch. When you're going to this networking, have an elevator pitch ready. This is something, if somebody walk up to you and ask you like, oh, so who are you? You want to be able to have a 30 minutes of explaining, okay, I am so-and-so, the CEO of so-and-so if you're starting a new company and I'm currently working in that area and I'm here just basically, trying to network and get connections or whatever that you're trying to get out of that event. Have your 30-second pitch ready, even an elevator pitch, because you never know who you're walking into, especially for these settings, because sometimes you'll be walking into somebody that will be able to change your life by actually getting you in contact with things that you need. And by you speaking up, you'll be able to kind of get the result that you want. Because as one of my mentors always say to me, closed mouth don't get fed. And then another person, one of my mentors also says that a closed mouth is a closed blessing, because if you're not speaking about what you do, people won't know and they won't even know how to support you. So that's why you need to speak up, and that's why you need that 30-second or pitch for elevator pitch when you go in any of these networking sending. Another thing you can also ask about helps. As an entrepreneur or as a female, sometimes it's very hard for us to ask for help. We always want to do things by ourselves. We always be like, okay, you know what? I got this. I can handle it. But there are times where it comes that your cup is full. You need to be able to pour it somewhere so that you can start to refill again. So this is where you need the help. If you know you're lacking in certain areas, you know that you're not really good at something, this is where you can also reach out to your network to be able to help you out. Because in the business industry, it's all about partnerships, it's all about networking. That's how you evolve. That's how you go further in life. Utilize also your online presence. Try to have social media presence. Try to have LinkedIn. If you're more into a corporate settings, try to have social media like Instagram, your Facebook. All of these are basically now becoming your digital business card. People nowadays don't even print business cards. I don't remember the last time I have a business card. Every event that I go to, people will be like, oh, what's your IG? What's your IG handle? What's your Twitter? What's that? That's because now this is where they can also find more about you. They can also see your work. You need to have all of these handy when you're going to this networking setting. Another thing you also need to do is do your homework. When you're going to this event and you know that